Right now, NBC 26 live at 6. The race for the Alabama Senate seat tightens as allegations surround candidate Roy Moore. Plus, it's that time of the year gun deer season kicks off. And the Badgers stay undefeated as they take down Michigan with eyes on the Big Ten title game. New tonight, Fond du Lac police say one man is dead after he was struck by a suspected drunk driver. Officers say it happened just after 1:30 this morning when a man was walking in a crosswalk across South Park Avenue at East 2nd Street. Police say the driver was not injured but was arrested for homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle and not having a valid driver's license. On to Outagamie County now. Authorities are looking for the driver who they say fled the scene of a head-on crash near Seymour last night. The Sheriff's Department says it happened around 9 o'clock on State Highway 54, just east of Mainland Drive. They say a minivan crossed the center line and hit a milk tanker truck. Law enforcement is looking for the driver of that minivan. And it's feeling a little windy outside. Meteorologist Matt Hoffman is here with a quick look at your first forecast. Matt.
Yeah, Mo, we had a cold front that had now come through here today, and that's going to usher in some much colder air for tonight and for the day on your Sunday. It's currently 37 degrees in Green Bay, but that wind chill dropping now down to 29 degrees. We are dry, and we will see those clouds gradually decrease as we go throughout the overnight hours. That colder air moving on in from the north and the west. Wind chills in the teens up in northern parts of the state, and that's what we're going to be seeing here in northeast Wisconsin as the night goes on. So falling through the 30s over the next few hours, and then we'll see those wind chills dropping down in the teens later tonight. I'll have more details on your Sunday forecast, including what to expect if you're heading to the Packers game, coming up in just a bit. Mo.
All right, thank you so much. Well, speaking of outdoors, on some more local news, the day is finally here. The much anticipated gun deer season kicked off early this morning. Our Matt Jarko is live at 6 after speaking with some local hunters today. Matt.
Mo, a lot of excitement and gunfire coming out of the Wisconsin woods today. A few lucky hunters got to bring a deer out of those woods as well. Plenty of talk coming into today, of course, about some new changes to hunting laws. Hunters no longer required to put a carcass tag on a deer, but they've still got to register the deer once shot. The other big talker, the removal of the state's minimum hunting age. Hunters today giving mixed opinions on that change.
It gets more people in the woods, more younger people, so they can learn the trade of actually hunting.
I don't like seeing younger kids stumbling with loaded rifles. Maybe once you're sitting, then it's okay.
Another change for hunters this year, they're not required to put the carcass tag on a deer, but today really so much about the opening day excitement. I talked with one hunter who bagged a deer for the first time today in 15 years. He said before today he considered quitting. Now he'll be back out there again tomorrow. Keeping you connected, Matt Jarko, NBC 26.
Thanks, Matt. Covering America now, the fight over who will be the next U.S. Senator from Alabama is coming down to the wire. At the heart of the campaign, questions surrounding the Republican nominee Roy Moore on allegations involving women and teenagers. NBC's Maya Rodriguez has more from Birmingham.
In a little more than a week, at least 9 women have made allegations against Roy Moore about inappropriate behavior stretching back decades, ranging from unwanted pursuing of teenagers to sexual assault. Moore denies all claims of sexual misconduct. His campaign calls them, quote, politically motivated.
We're in a battle.
While he avoided the spotlight on Friday, his wife Kayla did not, speaking before her husband's supporters.
Even after all the attacks against me, against my family, against the foundation, and now against my husband, he will not step down.
On Friday, Alabama's Republican governor, Kay Ivey, said while she has no reason to not believe his accusers, she still plans to vote for Moore to help Republicans keep their majority in the U.S. Senate.
I will cast my ballot on December the 12th, and I do believe that the nominee of the party is the one I'll vote for.
But not all women are convinced. In Moore's hometown of Gadsden, some of the scrutiny welcomed.
I think it's an important issue. I think the truth needs to be dug out. There's things that have been known here for years and years that have just gone unchecked.
Meanwhile, the White House is pushing back on claims that President Trump stayed silent about the allegations against Moore.
He said if the allegations are true, he should step aside. He also weighed in when he supported the RNC's decision to withdraw resources from the state of Alabama.
Moore's opponent in the Alabama Senate race, Democrat Doug Jones, not mentioning his opponent by name, but acknowledging all the attention paid to this this race.
I think for all women, we're at a tipping point in this country that we are seeing, and we're empowering women to stand up and speak out. And I think that that's a wonderful thing.
Now, for his part, Democrat Doug Jones has benefited from Moore's troubles, actually. Jones has raised about $250,000 a day since news of the scandal broke out. While President Trump is keeping quiet about Roy Moore, he's not hesitating to take on Minnesota Senator Al Franken, who apologized this week for his own behavior with a model on a USO tour dated back to 2006. Senator Al Franken canceled upcoming book tour appearances. Some did come to his defense, though. Women staffers together released a letter saying he treated us with utmost respect. Senator Franken has not been seen publicly since all of this blew up. He did send a handwritten letter to his accuser, though, who read it on TV and accepted his apology. Well, thousands of people in Zimbabwe filled the streets of the capital today to celebrate the army's intervention and the expected fall of President Robert Mugabe. People sang, danced, and cheered as they called for Mugabe to step down after nearly 4 decades in power. The celebrations surrounded tanks carrying soldiers who seized power earlier this week. The military put Mugabe and his wife under house arrest.
A lot of social instabilities because of the social economic downfall. So we are here just to gather up and support our military so that they turn around the situation.
And the military has been in talks with Mugabe to try to get him to agree and step down and make a way for a new government. On to Wisconsin news now. A state lawmaker and others are calling for the immediate shutdown of the state's only youth prisons. The organization Youth Justice Milwaukee says conditions at Lincoln Hills and Copper Lake in northern Wisconsin are dangerous for both juveniles and workers. And the majority of inmates at the youth prisons are from Milwaukee County. It's where some of the state's most serious youth offenders are sent, but there have been ongoing complaints about violence against both inmates and staff. State Senator Lena Taylor says the facility should be shut down right away.
I have asked the governor over and over and over to please give us authority to take our own children. Why can't we? I asked in the budget, we've asked over and over, and we don't get them.
Now, county officials say the youth prisons can't be shut down immediately. Concerns over what's happening to juvenile criminals who aren't behind bars. The new Milwaukee Bucks arena is closing in on another milestone. Bucks management said that the project is nearly 70% complete and it's on time and also on budget. The exteriors of the arena are down to the finishing touches. The curved brown paneling along its side is also expected to be complete in just a couple of weeks. As we head into the winter months, construction crews will focus on the inside of it as well. A new wind farm in southwestern Wisconsin is expected to power about 25,000 homes. EDP Renewables has finished construction of the 167 million quilt block wind farm in Lafayette County. And UW Superior plans to suspend 25 programs to get rid of underperforming majors and minors. The school's interim provost says the move was driven by budget cuts. The university is responding to the state's plan that ties funding to student success. Also still ahead on NBC 26 Live at 6. He's 100 years old and hundreds of elementary school students call him a grandpa. You'll meet him right after the break. But first, what's the weather going to look like for the rest of the weekend? Your forecast coming up next.
And now, your Storm Shield forecast with NBC 26 meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Colder weather on the way for your Sunday. Temperatures already starting to fall across the area. It's 37 degrees right now in Green Bay. Winds are gusty. They've been gusty all day. We're seeing gusts up to 23 miles per hour currently in Green Bay, and that's dropping those wind chills below freezing. Here's a look at readings across northeast Wisconsin. 36 in Sturgeon Bay. It's 37 for you folks in Shawano, 36 in the Fox Cities, 37 in Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, as well as at Manitowoc and Sheboygan as well. Winds are out of the northwest, fairly blustery out there, sustained 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we're seeing gusts up over 20 to as high as near 30 miles per hour. These winds will remain breezy through the overnight hours, and that's going to be an issue when it comes to wind chills. Right now, wind chills in the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees, but that wind chill now down to 19 degrees in Anago. And for across northeast Wisconsin, wind chills will be dropping down into the teens to start off your Sunday and staying in the 20s for wind chills for tomorrow. So you're going to want to dress warm if you're going to be heading out hunting or also heading to the Packers game tomorrow. We have mainly cloudy skies, maybe even a few flurries or sprinkles out there, but generally dry conditions behind this big storm system. But a cold area of high pressure is building on into the area, and that should decrease the cloud cover overnight, giving us more in the way of sun tomorrow, but also that colder air is moving on in across the Badger State. Here's a look at Skycast. We'll see those clouds gradually break up into tomorrow morning. If you're out at 7 a.m., likely going to see still some clouds hanging around, but we should see increasing sunshine, mostly sunny for a good chunk of the day on Sunday. But despite the sun, it's going to be on the cold side throughout the day. Breezy as well. Winds will be out of the west. And then as we head into Monday, a lot of sunshine, but warmer. Temperatures will rebound into the mid to upper 40s for the start of the holiday week that we have coming up. But here's that forecast for tomorrow if you're going to be hunting. It's going to be blustery out there. Those winds are going to keep wind chills down in the 20s through the afternoon. Highs tomorrow topping out right around freezing. Here's your Go Pack Go forecast. 20s for tailgating in the morning. Kickoff 30 degrees, but lots of sunshine through the game. Temperatures will top out right around freezing by the end of the game. Here's your up and down temperature pattern that we're going to go through over the next few days. So Monday, it's going to get much warmer. So tomorrow on the colder side, milder, highs in the 40s on Monday, but it'll be short-lived as colder air moves on in for Tuesday on into Wednesday. And that's going to impact the Appleton Christmas Parade Tuesday evening, 27 degrees, but wind chills will be down into the teens. So definitely bundle up if you're going to be heading down to College Avenue Tuesday evening. Here's a look at that forecast for tonight across the area. We are going to be seeing those temperatures dropping down into the 20s across the area, and we will see those clouds gradually decrease as well. Then for tomorrow, up to 32 degrees, mostly sunny, colder, still a bit breezy with winds out of the west. And then notice that warm up for Monday. Tuesday, temperatures will be falling throughout the day. Wednesday, highs around freezing again, but the good news is good travel weather ahead of Thanksgiving on Thursday. And we're going to talk much more about what you can expect as far as travel weather goes for the area, but then also the country coming up at 10.
A perfect time. You got a good weather game tomorrow. And if you can go hunting on Monday, even.
Monday would be a lot more comfortable outside than tomorrow will be in. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Matt. We'll still ahead on NBC 26 live at 6. 'Tis the season. If you missed the Green Bay Holiday Parade, don't worry, we got you covered. Plus, he's 100 years old, and hundreds of elementary school students call him Grandpa. You'll meet him after the break. Welcome back. Hundreds headed to downtown this morning for the annual Previa Green Bay Holiday Parade. It kicked off at 10 o'clock in the morning. People got to enjoy different music, watch marching bands. This year's theme float was Holiday Memories. Also, some members of our NBC 26 team were there also to be part of the parade. Really exciting stuff. A remarkable Madison, Wisconsin man known as Grandpa Fred, at 100 years old, volunteers at a local elementary school reading to kindergartners. Here's John Stoliff with the story.
Spend time with Fred Lydell.
Well, it's better than walking.
And it won't surprise you that his favorite book as a boy was The Little Engine That Could.
I know I can, I know I can.
It truly shows dedication for him to ride his bike, rain, sleet, snow, whatever it is, unless there's like a snow emergency out, he makes it on his bike twice a week.
The kindergartners at Madison's Schenck Elementary School call him Grandpa Fred.
Hi, Grandpa Fred. Who do you need first?
Austin.
All right.
Hi, Austin.
And like any good grandpa,
I've got a bunch of books there. Which would you like me to read?
this senior volunteer
X, Y, Z. And the sun goes down on the coconut tree.
knows how much kids love to have a story read to them.
It's part of growing up. They think someday I'll be able to do this.
The kids just love hearing from him.
Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. There's the whole alphabet.
With Grandpa Fred, they're reading for fun, and they really just enjoy, sitting back and hearing a story. And they don't all have the opportunity for that at home, so it's a great opportunity for them to have it here.
It's just part of my life. Hi, Destiny.
Hi, Grandpa Fred.
The kids are so nice.
We just really appreciate him.
Very impressive man. Now, Fred's been volunteering at Schneck for more than 10 years, so this is not new to him, and also goes to Memorial High School each year to students so they can be interviewed for a living history project. But a secret to a long life, Fred says from the age of 50 to 80, he ran 33,000 miles. Also after the break, the Badgers stay unbeaten. We'll have your highlights coming up. You're watching NBC 26 live at 6. Stay with us.